Okay, so we're still with the left cavalry wing. Under Taupadel, or Taupadel, and we've got they've got make ready orders, which means they can move, but they may not move adjacent to an enemy unit. They can perform a reform action, but not a rally. And at some point, they're going to want to change to charge orders. But at the present, they're not doing too bad in fending off these Croat charges. And this stream here will cause formation hits. Plus, these units are on these hills here that have a steep slope. So when they come down, this cavalry is going to take a formation hit. So they can't afford to take 2 formation hits. So these units are likely not going to want to intercept. They are going to prefer to just stand their ground, I believe. This unit here. The other thing is they could move their dragoons, their light infantry. They could now move them over here, and if they stay, they could possibly stay here so that any cavalry that tries to get around the flank here and attack this cavalry, then they could guard that, and also possibly be able to move in to take some pock shots at some of these cavalry units that would not be able to intercept any longer at, say, a future activation. So they have a movement of 6. And with that terrain, let's see, down slope, light infantry, it costs +1, but there's no formation hit for them. So I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to move around here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This unit is morale broken. Don't have to worry about them. And then this unit here, 1, 2, 3, 4, right there, like that. And we want to move up this other cavalry. the rest of the cavalry. So for one thing, they all stay in command. So the leader, I'm not for sure where I want to put him yet, so leave him there. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Take a formation hit. 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Of course, those units are going to just stay up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the rest of these are going to move up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Okay. And he's going to move up here with his formation broken unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right there. Okay. So we don't have any combat there. So no close combat. So we just finish. And one thing we have to remove is we have to remove these. Okay, so now we're going to try to do a continuation with Taupadel. And he has charge orders. So 0 to 3, he has a -2. And it's a cavalry wing, so now that's a -3. I rolled a 6, which -3 is going to give them another activation. So and they're going to try to change their order. So they want to change from make ready to charge. So they need a 0 to 5. Yet they're a cavalry wing, so they get a -1. And the wing commander has a -2. So there's going to be a -3 to the die roll. Pretty good chance. Rolled a 5. So they're going to be able to change to charge. But wait a minute. I don't think he wanted to do that just yet. He wanted to do a reform first. And to do that, he could just stay in the make ready. And he could just reform units. So yeah, although I'd already rolled, I got ahead of myself there. Okay. I already rolled, so I'm not going to go back. I got ahead of myself there. So, okay. So, they've gone to charge. And so, Now, this unit here is going to reform. So they've used one pistol. So they go to formation shaken. Okay. So we're going to start with this unit here. He's going to move to there. Okay. So this unit can attempt to intercept. Receive charge 0 to 3. They've got an original morale of 6 or less. Rolled a 4. They have a +1, so that becomes a 5. So they did not. They were not successful in intercepting. Okay, this unit can do the same thing. They got a 7, so they failed. And let's see here. And you're not allowed to move through units when you intercept. So, um, 2, 3, 4. Guess they're going to hold. So this unit goes to here. Okay. And they're going to have momentum. Two clear hexes. They're going to hold their pistol fire. Now, a unit that fails to intercept, or can they still reaction fire? Let's see. Okay, so a cavalry unit can intercept through friendly artillery unit, but they lose their momentum. So this is the dilemma. I guess they can steal. Well, maybe let's see, reaction fire. Okay, there's no limit to the number of times infantry may use reaction fire. Okay, cavalry is subject to pistol limitations. Okay, so I guess they could still reaction fire. I don't think I allowed it earlier, but later on, they still have pistols, so they'd be able to use them. Okay, so that unit's going to fire. Is that unit? So, let's see. All right, so they have a strength of 4. So that's going to be a +1. A 4 + 1 is a 5 is a miss. So they missed. So they've used their first pistol shot. All right, so we're going to go. This will combat will wait until. I don't think you would only finish it if it was interception. Here you're going to wait till the end and do it during the close combat phase. Yeah. So we mark them with momentum so we know. All right, and then we have, let's see. Okay, that unit already, this unit reformed. So then we have this unit who moves to here, and we have this unit that can intercept. Again, they've got a morale of 6. Four plus 1 is 5. So no. Okay, so this unit moves again to here, and they're going to have momentum. And they're going to hold their pistol fire, and we got reaction fire. Rolled a 2, which is a 1, which is no effect. All right, so we've got, they fired their pistols. And of course, all the units were in command. I didn't talk about it, but they were. Three hexes of cavalry. After, let's see. Okay. So this unit here is going to attack here. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, and at that point we have a couple of units here that are within range. So that unit could try to intercept. This unit could try to intercept. This unit could try to intercept. So let's start with this one. So ooh. We got a 0 to 3. I get a +1. What did I roll a while ago? I think I rolled something that probably would have allowed. I think I was thinking about doing that wrong. But a 9, that's going to be, of course, no chance there. Of course, we're going to end up with momentum with this unit. And I'm going to have to get some more. Oh, there's one. All right, so this unit, no go. All right, we can try the next unit. Now they're stacked with a leader, but the leader has a rating of 0, so and let's see, we're out of 6, so that's a +1. Rolled a 6, so that stops them. And then we can go to this unit here. Again, a 6. So they are not able to intercept either. Okay, let's just, I've got to get more of these. There we go. All right. So this unit here is able to move into here. And of course, this unit can perform fire. Got a 7. I have a strength of 3. Now they get a +1 because they're Croat cavalry. I just saw that. So should have been applying that before. Jeez. But they don't have on here, on these charts, -1 for, well, there it is. It says reaction fire versus moving cavalry, but it's on the heavy infantry and not on the light infantry or cavalry. I don't understand why it's not on the light infantry and cavalry. What does the book say? Well, it just says heavy infantry reaction fire versus moving cavalry. Doesn't say light and so forth. Okay, so we have a +1, so we got a hit. And that, they have a morale of 8, so they don't have to take a, well, I think they do have to take a morale check because of their integrity. Okay, no, they don't. They're exempt. Okay, so now we can move to the rest of these. Okay, so this unit here is going to move up and fire. And they're firing on this unit here. Okay, it's already got 1 loss. Okay. I have a strength of 4, so +1. Got a 7 is an 8, so they take another hit, and they have to check morale. Their morale is 1. And yeah, I'm really disappointed that they did not put morale on these charts. Morale information. The only thing they have on here is the casualty threshold table. So So let's see what happens. A unit that is already morale broken. Okay, so they're going to be eliminated if they don't roll a 1 or a 0. Rolled a 4. All right, so that unit is eliminated. Don't have to move in there because I wasn't close combat. It was just firing, but they did fire a pistol, so. All right. So this unit here is going to turn. That's going to be is it 1 or 2 to change facing. Okay, 1. Okay. So they were here. So they go 1, 2, and then they cross this stream 3, 4. Let's see, it might be more than that. No, it's just +1. But it's a formation change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And of course, he has momentum too. Okay. These other guys, just move these guys around. So 1, 2, 3. Doesn't cause a formation change for them, but still a +1. 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Now they could withdraw. So they're not able to do a withdrawal because it's got to be under rally orders, a leader alone in hex, or a cavalry unit not under charge orders approached by heavy infantry. So, okay, so they cannot. So this unit moves adjacent. They can fire their pistols, which they do. Reaction fire. Strength of 3. And let's see. It's a Croat, so they get a +1. They rolled a 3, becomes a 4. So they missed. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. It'll turn that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there. 1. Okay. 1, 2. Turn this way. 3, 4, 5. And so this unit he should have already fired pistols. He fired earlier, so he'll fire again. He'll fire this time against these units. This is a Croat, so Croat, so he'll be able to have a +1, 2, plus 1 is 3, so no. Okay. This unit wants to come across, so he wants to go 1, 2, turn 3, 4, 5, become formation broken. And then this unit's going to do the same thing. They'll turn 1, 2, and then turn back this way, 3, 4, 5, go right there, and he'll be formation broken with 1 pistol fired. Okay. Now these units here, they have to move forward. All right, so this unit here is going to move across. That's 1, 2. Formation shaken. And then this unit here is going to try to intercept. So they have a morale of 8 plus the -1. So they're going to get -2 to their die roll. 0. So they're going to intercept. So they go down this slope, and they don't want to go here because then they're going to have reaction fire right there. So they're going to go right there. Their formation shaken. We're going down that steep slope. Just like that. The leader. And put this over here. Now, the intercepted unit an intercepted enemy cavalry unit only may reaction fire. Okay, now they don't get momentum, because they only advanced 1 hex, but they're going to get fired on. So and let's see here, leader, casualty. Okay. All right, so they have they're not a croat, but they do have a special symbol. Let's see what that symbol is. It's probably going to be in the special playbook here. Okay. Arquebusiers with carbine. That's what that symbol is. Let me show it to you. Oops. There it is, right above the N. Okay, that gives them a +1 in fire combat. So they get a +1, and then they also get, let's see. Well, I guess they don't get a commander advantage in fire combat, so. Okay, but they do get the +1. And they have a strength of 4, so that's another +1, so they're at +2. But their formation shaken, so -1, so they're just +1. Okay, leader's not hit, but we have a 9, which becomes a 10, which is a hit. So they take a hit, and having a 7, let's see, their casualty threshold. Okay, they started with 3, so no, they haven't reached their casualty threshold yet. All right, so now we go to the combat. You have to resolve the combat. And it's resolved immediately. So, and the Imperial force unit is the attacker. So we have a +1 for the commander. Morale differential 8 to 7, so now we're at +2. Okay, and then size-wise, it's 4 against 2, so that's another +1, so we're at 3. Okay. So we got, okay, cuirassier against cuirassier, or no, arquebusier versus cuirassier, I guess. Still 0. Okay, they're both going to use a pistol shot. Wait a minute. This is on the wrong, I put this on the wrong one here. It's this one that takes the loss. And it should have been, because they were the attacker. What am I doing? No. But I still rolled a 9. So that's still a hit. I put the hit on the wrong one there. And I had the arquebusier would not have been applied. This one would have had a straight 3. So didn't need any modifiers except for a -1 for being formation shaken. So a 9 still is an 8. So, okay, so we don't have a strength advantage, so that we go back to +2. Wow, they almost didn't catch that. It's given the casualty to the wrong side. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, attacker is should be formation shaken. They came down. Okay. Oops. All right. Defender formation shaken, so that evens out. We don't have a cavalry momentum, so we're going to have a +2 to the die. A 4 becomes a 6. Defender morale shaken. Retreat 2 hexes. Attacker must advance into vacated hex, but there's no pursuit. So defender is morale shaken. And retreats 2 hexes. Okay, they have to cross that stream, so that's going to put a morale broken. 1. And I guess they'd stop right there. And so this unit has to move into here. And when they do, they can be fired on from this unit here. So, okay, we have this cavalry unit going to fire on this unit. So, I should make sure here. It's just been too long since I've played this. I don't want to. Okay. So yeah, they're gonna fire. And so this is cavalry. They have a strength of 4, so that's +1. And they're not shaken or anything. So we've got a +1. 7 becomes 8. That's another hit. And we got a roll for leader casualty, and we didn't get one. So they take another hit, but they're exempt from taking casualty threshold morale checks. Okay, so we do have a pistol fired. All right. Now, okay, so those units still need to move and do something. So the unit here, okay, is going to pistol fire. Okay. He gets a +1. Okay, no casualty. We got a 4 as a miss. So all right, and then this unit is going to move. Check here. On these orders. Okay, so he can turn here. This unit's already engaged, so he doesn't actually have to attack him. But he's going to turn to go around this stream. So that's 1, 2, turns back 3, 4. Well, he goes to right there. Then we have these units that can try to intercept. So we've got this unit here. They have a 6 morale. Got a 1. Okay, so we have an interception again on this unit. So goes there, here, and then here. Okay, and that gives him momentum. The rest of my momentum markers. I guess I'm gonna just have to get all of them out. Okay. So that unit has momentum. So let's see. So we're going to have this unit reacting fire. Okay. I got a 2. There's no effect. And they don't want to fire. They just want to go straight into combat. So here we go. We're going to have 5 against 5. That's even. Morale is 6 against 7, so that's a -1. They both fire pistols, so that evens out. And we've got Okay, Cuirassier versus Arquebusier. That's even. We do have momentum. That's +2. So now we're at +1. And we rolled a 1, which becomes a 2. So the attacker is morale broken. Attacker retreats 2. Defender may advance into vacated hex. Check for cavalry pursuit. Okay, so they have to fall back 2. And then we check cavalry pursuit. They're under charge orders, so +1. That's it, +1. 6 is 7. Pursue and eliminate. Mark pursuer as formation broken. Well, of course, they're going to be, because they were involved in combat, they're shaken. But they pursue, end up in that hex. This unit is eliminated. And they're broken with pistol, with both pistols fired. Okay. So now we've got this unit here. They can turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. They go there. 2, 3, 4. Can't go that way. It is go straight through there. And you wouldn't have to worry about this guy. Just looking back at these units here. 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. He has a morale of 7. But he has to have an 8. So 0 to 3 is the only way he's going to react. I got a 3. Okay. So he's going to come down, and he's going to go right there. He's going to have momentum. There's momentum marker. And so we've got this unit against this unit. This unit's going to fire. I've got it +1 for their size. They've got strength of 4, so that's +1. And that's it, just +1. 6 becomes 7, that's a hit. Okay. So they've taken a hit. Let's see, I don't think their threshold. Now it's going to be 3 hits. Okay. So now we go into close combat. Okay, we've got -1 for the morale, 7 to 8. Size is 4 to 4 since they have a casualty. But we do have this is cuirassier versus cuirassier. We do have momentum, which is +2, so becomes a +1. And they rolled a 2, becomes a 3. Which isn't good. Attacker morale shaken. Attacker retreat 2. Defender may advance into vacated hex. Shaken. So they've used a pistol. So they're shaken. Morale shaken. That. And pistol. One, 2. So go back to there. And then this unit has to go to formation shaken. Can then continue. But they can be charged now by this unit. So let's roll for that one. A 2. So they can now 1, 2, 3 come out. Of course, they've already fired both their pistols now. So they don't have any pistols to fire. So we go straight to combat. And I didn't mention that both sides would fire pistols. So that's why that one used one. So now we've got morale is 7 to 8, that's -1. Size is 5 to 4, that's 1 to 1. This side is going to use pistols. The other side doesn't. The Imperial unit. So now that puts us at 0. They have momentum. The defender is formation shaken. So momentum adds 2, that's +3 now. And formation shaken, that's going to add another, so that's +4. That's the highest we can go is +4. So seven, it's going to put it all the way to 11, up to 9. Okay, defender eliminated. So this unit's eliminated. They have to go to formation shaken. And they have to move into that hex. And then we check for pursuit. So they are 7. So it's just a straight up roll. A 1 is the break off. So they just stop right there where they're at. Okay. Let's put that underneath them. All right. So now we're going to go to the combat. We're done with the movement. Oops. Okay, let's pull back just a little. Okay, let's remove these. Well, I probably should have kept them. That's right. All right, so we've got this unit attacking here. This unit and this unit attacking here. This unit's attacking here. This unit's attacking here. So the only unit that could do anything would be this. This unit could attack these guys. Let's see. Let's see if they can. Maybe they can't, because that would be in their flank. It says the inactive player may attack any adjacent hex containing an enemy unit from the active wing if the inactive player's unit has not been designated as a target. Okay, the attack unit must be adjacent, and the defender must be in one of the attacker's front hexes. So I guess they cannot. They did fire. So they could have changed facing when that unit moved adjacent. But I didn't do that, so. And let's see, the light infantry. Okay, they're not able to attack. Well, they can attack Croat cavalry. So yeah, they're going to attack here. This unit's going to attack here. And this unit here will attack here with this unit. So these two will attack here. This unit will attack there. Because that's Croat cavalry. And they can attack. Okay, so let's start off with this unit here. And this unit. These two. This unit here, morale shaken. Formation broken. I don't think they're not able to attack. Seeing how they're broken. Yeah, they can't initiate close combat. All right, right, so we're going to move in here to this first one. Right here. All right. So we got Duke Charles. And this unit has suffered 2. And I should have, they had to have used at least 1 pistol. Okay. This unit has used both their pistols. Now they're attacking across that stream. That's a -1. But I guess they don't take the formation hit until after, because they haven't crossed it yet. But there is a -1. So we start with the -1. Okay. And so we've got morale's the same. Leader on the defending side. Now we go to -2. Okay. It's strength of 4 against strength of 2. So that's 2 to 1. So that's going to be a +1. So we're back to -1. Okay. Morale differential is the same. We have Arquebuseur versus Cuirassier. That's 0. Matrix. The defender's going to fire a pistol, so now we go back to -2. Attackers can't fire a pistol. The defenders are formation shaken, so that's +1. So now we're at -1 again, and that's it. So we got a -1. We rolled a 0. So attacker is going to be eliminated. Defender may advance into the vacated X, and then you check for cavalry pursuit. So they are eliminated. We flip this over. If they advance, they're going to be formation broken. They don't want to do that, but they may have to. Let's see what they do with pursuit. Okay. They're going to get a -1 for the leader. They rolled a 2, which becomes a 1, so they break off. So they're going to stay right there where they're at. Okay. Now we go to the next one. Which is here and here. So we got momentum, and okay, so I can get rid of that. All right, so momentum gives a +2, so we start with a +2. Size, 4 to 4, that's even. Morale, 7 to 6, so that's going to be +1. So now we're at +3. Okay. They both use pistols. The attacker is formation shaken, so we go back to 2. And let's see, we've got okay, so cuirassier against a croat is +2. So now we're at +4. Okay. 5 becomes 9. Okay, defender's eliminated. So, bye-bye there. Okay, he's fired a pistol now. He's got to go into this hex. And then we check for cavalry pursuit. So, pursuing cavalry +1, momentum +1, so we're at +2. Pursuing cavalry unit is, let's see, pursuit cavalry unit is unformed, so that's -2, so we're just at 0. Modifiers. We get a 2, which is a break off. So, okay. So they break off right there. And this is where I should have left those interception done markers, because some of these units would not be able to try to intercept now. Okay, so we go to the next fight, which is here and here. Just they've got momentum. Okay, they've used a pistol. Plus they've got this unit as well. So there's 2 units against 1. And both units can use a pistol. Okay, so momentum is going to be +2. Both of them using pistols. Now we're at 4. Okay. Morale is, we use this unit. It's 8 to 6, so that's +2 more. So now we're at +6. And then, okay. Let me redo this. All right, so momentum is +2. They both use pistols, that's +4, but they use a pistol, so now we're at +3. And morale, 8 to 6, so we're now at +5. But we have cuirassier versus croat is +2. So it's going to be +4 by the time we got formation shaken. That drops it down to +6. That's it. So it's going to be +4. 5 +4 is 9, so that unit's going to be eliminated. And the attacker must advance. And then we check pursuit. Well, we use this unit to come in. They've used a pistol. And so has the other one. We roll for pursuit. We get a 2, so they don't pursue. Okay, so now we go to here. What are these momentums? And so this unit here has fired both their pistols. This unit has momentum. and they've got one loss. Okay. So we've got 3 to 3. Momentum's going to be +2. All right. +2 more due to morale, 8 to 6, so that's 4. And then Crow versus the Cuirassier versus Crow, that's 2 more, so now we're at +6. Unit fire a pistol, so it's going to be +4. 7, okay, becomes 11. It's going to be eliminated. They go to formation shaken. They have to move into that hex. They have to roll for pursuit. Got a 0, so break off right there. Oh, that should have been under this unit. Okay. So we pull back. And so Taupadel can attempt another continuation, but he gets a let's see, a +1 because it's his third activation. And it's his second attempt for continuation. He has charge orders. He has a -2. He's a cavalry wing. That's -1 more, so -3 +1. So he's got a -2. And he rolled a 0. So he gets another activation. So he wants to reform his units. He wants to go to not rally, but make ready. but he would have a pretty good chance of going to rally. But once he's in rally, he'd have to go to make ready. But he could try to just go to make ready, do the reform, but then he could also do well, he's got one unit that's morale shaken. So he's got some units that are out of command, this unit. But they can't move anyways. And they had no pistols. So they're just kind of sitting ducks there. Sitting there waiting to be pounced on. Okay, so if he goes to make ready, let's see, okay, let's just see. A unit under make ready orders may move, but may not move adjacent enemy unit. A unit may perform a reform action, but not a rally action. Okay, so they could just reform. So we're going to try to go to, we're in charge. We're going to want to go to make ready. And leader, adjacent enemy units, no. But he does get a -2. So we got a pretty good chance of hitting it. Roll a 0. Okay. So they go to make ready. All right, let me find a make ready. Oops. There it is. All right, so they go to make ready. So they can fire. So they just can't move adjacent. So retreating fire, skirmishing, salvo. So, but we want to do a reform with some of these units. So let's go to that. So we go here to the orders. It's in the back here. Yeah, there we go. Now I could have been moving Bernhard. He could have been activated. I could have brought him up to assist. and I didn't. He just stayed back. He could have helped to rally, but I didn't do that. So they can rally and reform automatically. Oh, I need to be in rally or receive charge orders. So the only units that are going to be able to reform is going to be the units that are adjacent or stacked with the wing commander. Oh, my mistake. So we can remove that. So that unit is now just formation shaken. And then this unit here gets reformed. So we're like that. But that's it. Doesn't get to remove the pistols because he reformed instead. I should have went to the rally. Wow. What a big mistake that was. But we can still fire. So we're going to fire over here with this light infantry unit right here. It's going to fire at this cavalry. And so, okay, let's see what we got here. So he gets a +1 for being over a strength of 1. Okay. Rolled a 9, +1's a 10, so got a hit. So that unit